Ianifa.
Oh yeah. I'm Ianifa. Ianifa. Ifa Tomi Lola. Ifa Belike. Also known as Mama Sunfire.
Also known as
Mama Sunfire.
the Mixtress Maven.
The Mixtress Maven. Okay, that was loud.
Yeah, it's all right.
Thank you. I'm glad that you guys are here today. We are a little late. CP time.
CPT.
CPT. But our Baba was doing the technical arrangements.
Ashel.
And so he had to get everything straight. So it took us a minute, but we're here. And we are ready to talk about our next subject today. Bobby, tell us the subject, tell the world.
I am Oluwo Latona Ifabileke Oje Bimi, Prince of Ashokbo.
Prince of Ashokbo?
Egungun priest, Obatala priest, Osun priest, Egbe priest, Kikashege, and Oloboni. And so, Ashe. So, today we're talking about destiny.
Ashe, oh, destiny.
So, destiny.
Uh-huh.
It was, I can't remember what the original title was.
I've forgotten.
Yeah, it's out somewhere.
It's somewhere. I'll find it.
I can't remember what the original title was, but it is about destiny, right? And that it's not just
I'll find it while you talk about
trickery or buffoonery, you know, but it's destiny. And so we have these different aspects of destiny that we need to understand, right? Because it's the knowledge and the understanding that will help us to move forward, right? To have progress. And so, you know, so we about that motion. People talk about motion. That's our motion, progress.
I say.
And so,
you gotta have progress.
Gotta have progress. So,
so I don't know what to say because I can't find it.
That's it. It's okay.
Okay. Oh, I forgot.
So,
not to talk loud. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm loud.
Get my.
Y'all ready?
Get my.
I can't even figure out the name of it.
Get my drink on.
Oh, let me see your cup. You put your cup.
Yeah.
Put your cup in there. Look at that cup, y'all.
It's beautiful.
So we give a shout out to the person who made the cup.
I shall.
Okay, what's her name?
If I can't solar.
Not Ifa Kai. Solar, the one who made the cup.
Cup con cup.
Cup con cup. Ashe, she on Instagram or TikTok. Cup with a K or C?
K.
Cup with a K. Con with a K. Cup with a K.
Correct.
Cup con cup.
Cup con cup.
Yes.
1 cup.
She also made my cup. I didn't have it today, but it's okay. We'll have it next time. I have it on maybe tonight. I have bibliomancy tonight at 7:00. So we have, I might have to cancel that. On Monday, this is Monday, every Monday we have Baba, me and Mama Mondays with the Mama Sunfire or Ifa Tomi Lola, Ifa Belike, and Baba.
Tomi Ifa Belike.
Ifa Belike. And so I'm supposed to be mean to Baba or mean to y'all, sort of.
It's the mean, cold, hard truth.
Mean, I like that. The mean, cold, hard truth. Benny. Also,
it's gonna be a long podcast.
Yes, it is. Because we all over the place. Well, I am anyway.
Oh, I'm about to be.
You about to be? Well, at 7:00 generally on Monday nights is bibliomancy, but that might have to be augmented tonight because I do have something else that I must do for my own personal health. And then on Wednesday, let's see, the next one is Friday. For me is conversations with Professor J. I love conversations with Professor J. That is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays. And then I have something else during the week, but I always forget what it is.
Me too. I be having stuff during the week, but I usually forget what it is. Yeah. But Monday is the highlight.
Monday is the highlight.
It's me and Mama Mondays, so we, getting our.
I think you might need
getting our stuff together.
You getting older, you might need some ginkgo biloba.
You say that twice back to back. Of course, got a podcast. We getting into that and getting consistent with that. We also have for the we have class Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday. You can join us via Zoom. Check us out at Ile Idingbe World Academy on Patreon. Shop with us on Etsy at Iyadudu Botanica. If you're in Charlotte, you can come check out me or Mama Sunfire, the Mistress Maven, Dianifa Ifa, Tony Lola. Check us out, but we're at 2028 Woodland Drive, Suite B2, 3, and 4, and so we'll be there. Be there or be square.
Well, I found it,
okay.
Baba. So it took me a minute, but I got it, and I said I found it, but don't look like I see it. So
it's in there somewhere.
It's in there somewhere. Let's just wing it. Come on. Let's
It's definitely about trying to remember the original subject format that we had and stuff like that, but it's okay. It's about destiny and that. So I think it's care. The thing that sets Ifa aside from other spiritual systems, religious, spirituality, structure. Turn the flame up a little. This is about video.
Other than structure, about destiny. And so being adequately to understand what one's destiny is, it ain't but what remains is the understanding. We like to throw around destiny.
So destiny,
not a lot of people
lose. Not a lot of people want
how it is important what role does it play? How do we figure out what it is? How do we find out what it is?
Rightly. How do we find out we know what offering is?
What's wrong with audio?
Oh, the sound is still messed up.
Well, no, maybe
No, they say it's on. The sound is still messed up. Sorry, y'all. We gonna get it together. We gotta get it
Bluetooth
together.
disconnected.
All day. Maybe it needs to be turned down. Mic check.
Oh, there you go. Look at this. See that? My day's been like this all day.
It's okay.
It's all right. So good.
Take the bitter with the
Take the good and you take the bad. Take them both and then you have
half.
the facts of life.
Okay. Oh, I remember that TV show. I remember that. Was it Tootie?
Tootie,
Yeah.
yeah, I love them.
Yeah, Mrs. G. Mrs. Garrett.
Mrs. Garrett.
Yeah.
No, Mrs. Garrett.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's Mrs. Garrett. Yep. I was going like,
I'm
forgot
showing
her
my
name.
age.
Yeah.
Oh.
I said you need to go Bill over.
Twice.
But first of all, I just want to say, I just understand this. Ifa is not a tarot. It's not tarot. Ifa is not tarot. I'm going to repeat that again. It's not tarot.
It's not tarot.
It's not. It's not tarot. It's not like your personal crystal ball. It's a sacred system.
Benny, built on the long range goal.
Built on a long range goal. Absolutely. I'm learning that.
Yep, Aiku Balioro, right? It says longevity is the best. That's an axiom or a phrase, chant, whatever you want to call it, Ifa. But so if it doesn't include longevity, Ifa's probably not going to give it to you.
Right. It's like a roadmap. Yeah, like a roadmap. A roadmap for your soul, if you will. How about that? That's poetic, ain't it? That word, right?
No back for your soul. Me, 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 me.
But it's just like you said, Baba. It's about destiny and alignment. It's about character and correction of character, elevation. Hello, somebody.
Ooh. Got hot in here.
You hear me? I'm saying correction of character. Because, oh Lord, I've had some correction as my thought as well. But
Thank you, Ifa.
I'm trying, y'all.
Thank you, Ifa.
I'm trying.
Oh Lord, somebody. Oh Lord, somebody. That's how it happens sometimes. Because if I would tell you the things in your destiny, and it may seem like, oh, I can't get these apples from those oranges. But with Ifa, it always ends up being exactly what it says. So just have me.
Amen.
I share ya.
I share ya.
I
She
share
talking
ya.
about bow she talking about shoe.
I share.
Keep doing, Baba.
So
You on the roll now, buddy.
destiny, you got me warmed up.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to open up my notes. So but it's the structure. It's the long game, right? We want to deal with we want to do things that have longevity. So if you think about it, we come to this life and we come into this 3D reality, and really everything that we have or we will obtain, our mothers have held that inside of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I say it like often about me, we love you, we respect you, we ask you to continue to bless us, give us victory over our enemies.
Disclaimer.
Give us peace of mind, contentment.
I say she.
All Ashe. And so that you keep the balance between what's right and what's wrong, whether it's male or it's female, whether it's hidden or seen. We ask the mothers for checks and blessings. So may we avoid contention with our Iyami, and so for everybody else, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But there's levels to it. Since today is that day, right? It's up there.
Okay.
It's up there.
And it's stuck.
It's stuck, right? So let's look at it like this. 'Cause, it's important that we understand about the Iyami, especially about the topic today, talking about destiny. And how everyone has Iyami energy. Everyone. So the Jew, the Christian, the Muslim, the Buddhist, the Hindu, the Sikh, everyone has this energy because they all come from the mother.
Absolutely.
So it's quite natural that we will have parts of our mother in us.
Absolutely. So
everyone is Iyami. They have this energy. But some birds don't fly.
Absolutely.
Some birds fly higher than others.
Absolutely.
What type of Iyami are you? If you don't know, you do yourself a disservice because this is a part of knowing who you are.
Absolutely.
So you have these gifts, these abilities, these things like that need to be cultivated, need to be harnessed, right? Need to be in balance and harmony. And so this was kind of the thing that Afawape faced, right? So it's Afawape and destiny. So it's important when we talk about destiny that we understand Ogbeyanu, right, and Ogunda on the left, and how it talks about destiny, how we were created, and where our Egbe, like it's a lot in that story, and it tells us the different stages of Orun that we will go through as we start our descension into the physical realm. So first we created by Olodumare and a Irumale, or a non-physical aspect of Obatala. So when we created, we move from that stage. We started to descend once we our egg base created. So our spiritual reflection. Everybody who's seen themselves when they go to sleep, raise their hand. You ever see yourself in a dream?
Oh, I have.
You have.
Yeah.
Raise your hand.
Yeah.
While the physical you is sleeping in the bed, you see the spiritual.
Yeah.
Right. Egbe.
Oh. Oh.
So this is your spiritual reflection.
Okay.
So when people talk about heavenly mates, this is what they're talking about.
Okay.
Your heavenly pair, your heavenly twin, right? So again, put your hand up there and keep it up there if you've seen yourself in a dream.
You've never seen yourself. Somebody said they've never seen themselves in a dream.
Have they seen other things in a dream?
Have you seen other things in a dream?
Egbe.
And other people, right? Other
Egg
people.
bake, right? Your group,
Right.
right? It could be family members. That's your first egg bake group that you come into in the physical,
Right. Right.
right? Blood of,
Right.
right? So, you know,
Could it be someone that you see in a dream that you don't recognize? You know, sometimes you try to recognize the person,
you
but you don't know.
cannot see their face if you
Right,
haven't met them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I say.
You feel that you can kind of recognize it, but it's not concrete what the energy is.
Mm-hmm.
But also that can be a goon.
Yeah.
But you have to think about it. Your egun, your maternal father and mother, and those people are your egbe as well.
Absolutely.
Under their blood oath.
Absolutely.
Because you're born into that family.
You're right. Okay.
So what happens is that sometimes we listen or don't listen to the right people.
Yeah.
So there was Alpha Wape and his two companions, it was 3 total.
Mm-hmm.
They came to they were created. Oludumare said, "Hey, go to descend. You know, pick your destiny and descend."
Mm-hmm.
Ori Seku was the child of Ogun, and this way it is strife.
Ogun is strife,
Right?
Uh-huh.
In this
verse.
respect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Ori Lemere.
Yeah, Lemere.
That was the child of who?
Aruma.
No.
Obatala.
No. Ija.
No.
Contention.
Ogun?
No, that was the first one. It's Ogun, then Ija. Then it's Agbenere.
No.
You do remember. I know you remember.
I remember.
So we talked about it in depth. We did.
I remember.
Bob, I'm trying to go to sleep.
That was why I was kind of zoning on my.
But
I'm
then,
sorry.
So remember, it was the Oriseku, which is the child of Ogun, which is strife. It was Ori Lemere, which was the child of Ija, contention.
Yes.
And then there was Alpha Wapi, the child of Agbenere.
Yes.
Arumila.
Yes.
So, or
Arumila
Ifa.
was in there somewhere.
So they were all told to come from heaven to earth, and to pick their destiny. So Oludumare said, "Don't stop nowhere." So when Ogun and Ija called their children, they said, "No, we gotta go." Oludumare said, "Let's go.
Right.
We gotta go." It was only Alpha Wapi that stopped when his father called him.
Yes.
Respect for the elder.
So,
So Arumla cast Ifa for Alpha Wapi. He gave him 20,000 calorie and 2 bags of salt.
okay, I didn't hear that part. Okay.
So Alpha Wapi, Ori Seku and Ori Lemere went to Agbalagba, which is the realm of the ancestors, the elders. So you know in Ejiogbe, when they're talking about Agbato, Sotito, Nimalame, the elders that support the truthful, right? So they passed through this realm. So in this realm, you know, there's both male and female ancestral energy, the mothers. So we have to pass through there in order to come into the world. So we come into the world with our own ashe.
Yes.
Everyone's is different.
Yes.
We talked about that last week when, anyway.
We talked about it last week.
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
It was good last week.
Yeah. So, Ori Lemere and Ori Seku both went through the realm of the ancestors. And they just went through there. They didn't stop and ask questions. They didn't receive anything. They didn't, they just went from one place to another. They passed through.
Black Heart Tarot said she needed a flow chart. You follow?
Yeah. Don't worry. No, Ashe. So.
Yes, Ori. Go ahead.
So, this is Ori, or your spiritual reflection that remain in this upper level of Orun heaven. This is where you see or you connect with in your dreams.
Yes.
Okay. So Alpha Wape then sets off on his journey. He stops in the realm of the ancestors. He sees the ancestor, the guardian there, and he sits.
Mm-hmm.
So as the guardian eats his soup,
Mm-hmm.
he sees Afawape sees the guardian season his soup with ash.
Okay.
Afawape is like, what are you doing? He said, I have nothing else to season my soup with. Afawape gives him the 2 bags of salt. So because he's grateful for the salt,
Mm-hmm.
he gives Afawape advice. Hey, when you get to the place where you're going, Ajala King's house, the place where you pick your destiny,
Mm-hmm.
you may not see a Jala King, you may see a bill collector, because a Jala King gets things on credit to create these beautiful destinies.
Okay. On credit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, Obesa, it talks about, it refers back to Obeyanu.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Obesa talks about the person has to pay for their destiny.
I need that flow chart.
But this is why, yeah.
Okay. Keep going. I got it.
I need to tell you the story so we can discuss the esoteric nature of it.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Afawape gives the salt to Agbalagba, the elder. So, my title in the Gungun is what? Alagba.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Ori Lemere and Ori Seku get to a Jalamun King's house, and they're in such a rush that they just pick whatever destiny.
Okay.
They're like, oh, ain't nobody here. Let's just
her up.
Yeah. And if I ain't here, let's just get her herbs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we don't know what the herb is for.
Absolutely. Okay. So they just choose.
They just chose.
Uh-huh.
This is why if I tell it's gonna be in a rush.
Mm-hmm. There's a Bible scripture that says that.
Ashe.
Keep going.
So they proceed from heaven to earth.
Mm-hmm.
When they're going across the river, the river is the boundary between heaven and earth.
Mm-hmm.
The lake, whatever you want to call it.
I got it.
Birth of a child.
Absolutely. The water.
The water.
Mm-hmm.
That is the thing that will wash away the parts of our destiny. So this is what happened to Ori Seku and Ori Lemede.
Okay.
So here comes Afawape. He fresh off his break.
Mm-hmm.
He shows up at Ajala Moonkins. He shows up at Inifa house, and he see Bob over there. Bob came, it's time for Ita no good.
Oh God. Oh Lord.
Oh yeah. It's time for Ita no good.
Mm-hmm.
It's time. It's time to do the thing or whatever. So if we're looking for. I'm like, where Inifa at, man? I'm trying to get that Ita no good money.
Mm-hmm.
Afawape like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and pay this for Inifa.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yep.
So the Baba leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Then if I kind solo come over and she's like, hey, I'm gonna show you. I need to pick my destiny. You're like, oh, you come out the back room. The bill collector gone. Is Baba gone? Is Baba gone? He's like, come on in here, if I kind solo. I'm gonna help you pick a good destiny.
Mm-hmm.
So if we look at it like that, one, even though we have a mission, there should not be a rush on the mission.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it is, hey, boy, go to the store and bring my change back. Right? We're gonna go to the store, we're gonna talk, we're gonna say what's up to our friends, we might even get us a soda or something.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be these little things along the way, but they should be things to assist us in our mission.
Is that where CPT time comes from? CP time comes?
Fashionably late.
Yes. That's where it comes from, for being late. Okay, go ahead.
So coming from heaven to earth, Afawape stopped and he offered a bow. So it says that whenever we move from one place to another, we should offer a bow.
Ashe.
Because we can see the end result, even if we can't see the result in the beginning, right? Because the other two did not offer a bow. So it's contention and strife.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that those energies, right, are fast, hot moving energies.
Yes.
Right? And so they have the ability to keep us from making wise decisions.
Yes.
So there was different steps along the way when they got to the realm of the ancestors, when they got to picking a destiny because of the rush.
Mm-hmm.
That was the energy they came into the world with.
In a hurry. Okay.
So it also shows us, that anytime we have a blessing, there's going to be contention and strife attached to it.
Yes. Can't have one without the other.
You can't have one without the other two.
Oh, that's right, because it takes.
Contention and strife and behaving well. That's
three.
Afawape.
That's Afawape. That's 3.
Right.
Contention, strife, and good behavior. Or
Good character.
Good character.
Ashe.
Mm-hmm.
So, that being the case, Afawape offered a bow.
Mm-hmm.
He was prepared to receive support even from the realm of the ancestors with the salt. That's one of the things that we give to the mothers.
Salt.
It's salt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, being,
What's name?
salt.
Salt. Okay. Oh, okay. I got it. Never mind. My mind is somewhere else. Go ahead. Keep going. Salt.
Well.
Wow.
So, being able to, so giving that offering and receiving that support, even if it's the information, then proceeding to a Jala Moon Peace House to pick his destiny. So when he got there, Ifa Solo gave Baba the 20,000 calories that Mama Sunfire Inifa owed to Baba for Ita Dogun or whatever. You know, just examples, y'all. So what happens is that Mama Sunfire then gives Ifa Sola the juice. Nah, you don't want to pick that herb right there. That herb ain't no good. It's quick acting, but it's gonna give out right. But this herb over here, you know, this one's bit. This is one that's hard to swallow. It's bitter, you know.
But it's gonna.
Yeah. Okay. So it's gonna make things flow. But oh no, what you want is this one right here. This is the mixture of all 3 of those. All all those herbs or those different aspects of destiny. This is the one that will help you to, or be easier for you to rectify those issues. So now Afawape picks his destiny, and he comes from heaven and earth as well. So it shows us several things, right? One, that your challenges will be in front of your blessing.
Oh yeah, but we said, you know what we said about that.
Yeah, that lets you know.
Well, yeah, that's the contrast. The lion, what grandmama said.
Oh yeah, what grandma said.
The lion wonder. Grandmama said the lion wonder always comes before the truth.
Elaborate on that.
Well,
you know, I'm a little. If it ain't Ifa, I'm special.
Well, my grandmother used to say that in order to you will know that the truth is coming because a lie will come to disarm it or discredit it before it gets there. So look for the lie, because the lion wonder always comes. You know that the first thing that comes to you will be a lie, and then the truth will follow.
So it's kind of like you read with the roof.
I guess so.
You know, because
sort of.
When they hollering too loud about whatever, it's probably not the truth. You should be mindful and watchful, and because the truth will come out.
Yeah, and those big extravagant stories, you know, when the stories have twists and turns and a whole lot of detail, that's usually not the truth. And so you wait, the truth is silent. What's right is silent and direct to the point. That's what you say. See that? That was wise. It was wise.
So we move and ascend through these other realms. I'm trying to find the handout from yesterday.
Oh. Okay. I'll see if I can find it. Keep talking.
Oh, no, I might be able to
Well, I mean, I know what it says.
Yeah.
It's right here.
I know. I just want to quote the verse.
Oh, okay.
And so,
I can't. It's in Yoruba. I don't know how to pronounce this right here.
No, I got it right
Oh, okay.
So it's Obayonu. So when I say Ifani, y'all, it's your cue to repeat the next thing I say.
Say it again. What?
Ifani.
Ifani.
It says Ifa says.
Ifani. Okay.
So Obayonu.
Ifani. I'm ready. That's
Obayonu.
Obayonu.
It is a trap laid on a slope that is exposed.
Okay. Ifani.
No, we passed that.
Oh.
It is the trap laid on the slope that is exposed.
Right.
You're supposed to say that.
It's the trap laid on the slope that is exposed.
This was Ifa's message.
This was Ifa's message.
To Oriseku.
To Oriseku.
The offspring of Ogun.
The offspring of Ogun.
It is the trap laid
It is the trap laid
on a slope that is exposed.
on the slope that is exposed. I got it.
This is Ifa's message
This is Ifa's message
to Ori Lemere.
to Ori Lamede, the offspring of Ija.
Yeah, he's supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. It is a trap laid
It is the trap laid
on a slope that is exposed.
on the slope that is exposed.
This was Ifa's message
This was Ifa's message
to Afawape,
to Afu Wape,
the offspring
the offspring
of Agbeneregun.
of Akbeneragu.
Yep, I said. When they were going
When they were going
to the domain
to the domain
of Ajalamunkin,
of Ajalamunpi,
the celestial molder,
the celestial molder,
to choose their destiny.
to choose their destiny.
They were advised to offer a bow.
They were advised to offer a bill.
It was Afawape who complied.
It was Afu Wape who complied.
Before long, not too far,
Before long, not too far,
join us in the midst,
join us in the midst.
M-I-D-S-T.
In the midst, that's what you say in church.
In the midst
In the midst of a storm. Okay, go ahead.
of E-Ray.
Of E-Ray. Ashe.
So in this Odu E5, we can tell, right, that it shows again the three companions,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It says where they went. We kind of talked about that before,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the trap laid in the slope.
The trap laid in the slope.
It could be anything, right?
Yes. It's a trap.
It's a trap. It could be contention.
Mm-hmm.
It could be strife.
Mm-hmm.
It could be loss. It
Mm-hmm.
could be sickness.
Mm-hmm.
It could be untimely death. It
Mm-hmm.
could be incarceration.
Yes.
It could be witchcraft
Yes.
and sorcery.
And sorcery.
So
Ashe.
what is I know? So what is it? What exposes the trap?
Wait. It's the trap. It's the blade.
The trap. It is a trap
It's the trap
that is exposed.
that is exposed
Right.
on the slope.
Is the trap on the slope that is exposed.
It's the trap
On the slope
on the slope
that is exposed.
that is exposed.
That's a whole lot right there.
Okay, so wait. Okay.
Is it an uphill slope or a downhill slope?
I was pitching a downhill slope.
Benny, me too.
Okay, so it's the trap that's on
This
the
is trap on the slope that is exposed.
so what exposes it?
Yes, ma'am.
Raw.
Who was the one who cast Ifan offered the bow in the story? It was Afawape,
Afawape.
right?
Uh-huh.
So what did he do? He cast Ifa.
Oh. And that's
That was the thing that made him different from the other two,
Okay.
right? So
Uh-huh.
when Arumala told him come cast Ifa,
Uh-huh.
he didn't say don't go where you're going.
He just said come cast your
Come cast Ifa.
Uh-huh.
Go where you're going with being prepared,
Right.
right? So it is the offering, the casting of the Ifa and the offering of the Ebo, the 2 bags of salt for Agbalagba,
Uh-huh.
right, helped him on his
Journey.
right to avoid the trap.
Yes. Oh. Because had he not done that, he would have hit the trap.
He wouldn't have known
Where the trap
what the
was.
situation was going to be like when he got to Ajala Mumpin.
Okay. I think I kind of squeezing in now. I'm
Okay,
trying to
a
get
little
it.
bit.
It's
Let's squeeze in.
It's
squeeze out.
It's getting
So this is the difference
Brown
between
eyes says preparing and clearing the path,
not necessarily clearing it,
but preparing.
preparing.
Uh-huh.
So we think that we can always miss something.
Mm-hmm.
How do we build character? If Afawape would not have cast Ifan offered a bow, he would not have been prepared for meeting Agbalagba first,
Mm-hmm.
the ancestor.
Mm-hmm.
He came bearing gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Because he gave something, he had balanced character.
Absolutely.
Then he received vital information about picking his destiny, how to behave when he got there.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike the other two,
Right, because they rushed.
they rushed.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't do nothing in the realm of the ancestors. They just asked for directions and they kept going. No
Mhm.
respect,
Mhm.
you know.
And no instruction.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Or
So,
direction.
so it is Ifa that will expose
Mm-hmm.
the trap on the slope.
Okay. Well, that was roundabout.
I'm
there.
trying to tell
I was
you.
gonna say the bear or
So, look,
something.
yeah, it could be that too. Exactly. If you cast Ifa, we're going on a trip. And you cast Ifa. If I tell you don't go, we're going to the zoo. If I tell you don't go, it's probably because of the bear.
Oh Lord, or the gorilla, monkey,
cheetah, or
kind
whatever.
of throw the boo boo
The
through the
duck,
gate.
yeah. So Alpha Wape, this Odu talk about people being jealous of destiny, but we all have the choices.
We do.
We all have the choices. So what choices will we make?
Don't be rushing.
All right. You gotta be accountable.
I'll show you.
It's a hard one.
I know, right?
Chill.
Accountability.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Especially when you're a solo flyer.
Benny. Well, no, even when you're not a solo flyer.
Well, you still have to be accountable.
Everybody has to be accountable.
Level of integrity.
Yes. Like how you gonna be a elder, leader, right? Initiate, you know, Tefire, you know, Igbo. How you gonna do these things? Have these higher level initiations, right? And you not accountable.
Right. Just a quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think is there a difference between an elder and one who's older?
Benny.
Okay. You explain that right quickly.
So, elder, it's like you and me.
Ashay? What? Oh, you say because you're elder and I'm older.
And E5.
Oh, okay. Where's mine?
Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that you know that I don't know. That you know that will make you just by sheer experience.
Ashay.
You understand what I'm saying? And so you know, there's a lot of things you know that I don't know. But this thing,
you know more than I know.
Right. So in this way, you know, but I have to respect you.
Ashay.
You know.
Here you go.
Because I know people. Well, I'm saying, listen. All I'm saying is
what had happened was,
is that I want to change the subject.
Okay,
talk about something now.
Let's change the subject.
No,
okay.
But like seriously, you know, but it's just like that, you know.
Yeah.
You have your expertise, and I have mine.
Yeah.
And so, but you are an elder and older.
Absolutely, I am. You don't say it. Don't say how old I am.
I know. I got receipts. I don't need you to repeat it.
Okay.
You're older than me. That's all that counts.
Right.
You know.
Brown Eye says experience is a good teacher.
Benny. The best.
Benny. Say it again.
Benny. So, but that's what E5 tells us. So don't think you're not gonna go through nothing. And don't think that it's not going to, that the road is white picket fences and stuff like that, because you have to, the blessing that you cultivate, you have to maintain.
Absolutely.
So that's the nurturing. So if you don't have character, good character, balanced character, you're not going to nurture the blessing.
Ooh, I just thought about something we used to say in church. Well, you know, we used to call it name it, claim it, blab it, and grab it.
Ooh,
woo.
I like that.
Right, and so people, especially in the New Testament church and the new believers and stuff, and the kingdom believers, they used to always talk about confessing, what you want, make a demand on the atmosphere, and if you want in the car, or if you want whatever it is that you want, you go out to the car lot and you lay claim on the car that you want.
If I was my shepherd, you know what I want.
Amen. And amen again. And you walk around your car 3 or 4 times and all this stuff, and God blesses you with the car or whatever. Bless you, you get the car. However, less than 6 months down the road, you losing the car because you don't have the wisdom or the character to maintain the payment on it.
Yeah.
You don't have the ability, you don't have enough money to begin with to get it.
Yeah.
Right? So that's kind of the thing. They were talking about that there are blessings that you think they're not even really, there are blessings that you think are a blessing, but they're not really, because you don't have the integrity in order to maintain it.
Actually, so, I would always have to kind of like divine, and I agree with what you're saying, but there's a flip side. Even if we have to transition.
Mm-hmm.
So, for me, there were plenty of things that I had, and they were functional and at the time. We was traveling the country in an RV and doing all those types of things.
Absolutely.
But now, the last couple of years, I moved away from that. But I have had a store for 2 years.
Yeah.
And different things like that. So I agree.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Okay. So
I understand you're not saying that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, things happen. Life happens, and we grow, we evolve. We have different experiences. Those things are good, but we have to always remember that there's balance. So when there are blessings, when we get the blessings, we have to maintain them and you maintain those with good integrity. Is really what you're saying.
Benny.
And so, but understand that there are negative occurrences that happen preceding the good blessing, and then on the other side. See, my old pastor used to say that. He said we used to laugh and cry at the wrong time.
Ooh,
he
that's
said,
a whole word.
right? He used to say that when things are going well, you should be concerned about your future and what's going to happen.
Benny.
He said, but when things are going bad, you should rejoice because you know that blessings are coming.
Joy is coming.
Hallelujah.
Joy is coming. Sorry.
You remember that from back in the day, didn't you?
Well, no, I remember that, but this is a song right now in Nigeria. I can't remember the guy who sings it, but it says the hook is "Joy is coming."
I never heard of that. Though.
I'm gonna play it.
Play it, okay. Ashe.
So
moving right along.
we talked about Obayano because we wanted to talk about destiny and Ori and those type of things. So the destiny that Afawape picked, that Ori Seku picked, that Ori Lemere picked. There's how do we also so what are the aspects of destiny?
The aspects.
Yeah, or based on the information that we use to prepare for this.
Well, you have to have good destiny.
Right.
I mean, good character.
Right, but no. So the physical part of one's destiny.
Don't be rushing.
No.
Thank you.
The head.
What,
The outer head, yes.
Oh, okay. It's called don't be trying to give me the answer. I'm gonna find the answer on this here thing that I got my cheat sheet.
Okay.
Let me look at the cheat sheet.
Well, I was trying to
You can't even
provoke you. I'm trying to be provocative.
Okay.
It gets the
now
people
give me
going.
Because I done forgot again.
Ode. Oreo Day.
Oreo Day. See, I got it. See.
Okay. I knew it was in there somewhere.
It was in there. It was back in the crevices.
Yeah. So Oreo Day is what? Your hat rack.
My outer physical.
Benny, I see that part you mean.
Mm-hmm. And then my Ori Inu is my spiritual and my inner.
Oh, there's one more.
Oh.
You're right. Ori Inu and Ori.
Aperi.
Benny. Oh, she got that.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know.
Never mind.
I'm a little off today.
That's all right. Me too. That's clank together.
So we got Oreo Day, which is your physical head,
Yep.
and the internal head is Ori Inu and Ori Aperi.
Aperi.
Not a parrot.
Aperi.
I know.
Aperi.
It sounds like you said Parrot.
Aperi.
Aperi.
Apere.
A.
Oh, that was last week.
APERE. You know what that means?
No, we were trying to spell boundary last time. I couldn't get it. Apere. I got it. Aperi.
So, which one is character? Is it Ori Inu or Ori Aperi?
Inu.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's one of them. It's Inu or Aperi. I know it's one of them.
Is it?
I know what it ain't.
What's Inu?
Inu is the inner. The inner.
Yeah, not inner. It's character.
It's the inner character,
Yeah.
the spiritual inner self.
Right, and then Aperi would be
Your
like
spiritual. No, wait a
that's
minute.
it.
I'm confused.
That's it.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay, I got it.
Yes, you're right.
All right.
Inu is
The inner.
right. How you feel.
How you feel.
Think
How
about
I
it
feel.
that way. Yeah. How you feel. What motivates you. Character.
My character. Oh, I got it. And then
Aperi
is
is
the
those.
spiritual.
You're right. Those things you're trying to bring. Those promises. Those agreements you made.
Wait a minute. I think I got excited. My nose gets a little snotty.
No. A little snotty ain't never hurt me.
Okay.
In the third grade, I could have sworn I was like, ooh, don't touch me.
You got look at those. Okay, go ahead.
Like this.
You know. Okay, so Ori Aperi.
Right.
Is the, okay.
So when we're really talking about destiny and what one's spiritual prowess, one's how many children one may have, one's parents,
I need tissue.
what country one would be, what country one would live in. These types of things are a part of, you know, the spiritual agreement that you made with Olodumare and the Orunmile and the Orisha.
Yes.
So the Orisha are what? Physical world.
Physical world.
And so that means the Orunmile are what?
The spiritual world.
Right, or the things we can't touch.
Absolutely.
So would the sun be Orisha or Orunmile?
Oh, well, you can't touch it.
Right, but you can feel the effect.
Yeah, you can.
So what is that?
It's the Orunmile.
So what about the moon?
Same.
What about Mars?
It would be the same.
Jupiter?
And the same.
Venus?
And the same.
Uranus?
Your anus.
Not my anus, your anus.
It would be the
We
same.
can take moon.
It's the same.
Benny, Osumare. Haley's Comet.
The same. It's
Irumale.
It's a Orunmile.
Right.
Excuse me.
So
Pardon.
that's the difference between Orisha and Orunmile.
Ashe.
So you talked about it earlier with tarot. They can tap into Orunmile, but they don't have a way to
Come.
balance that energy.
Yeah. What's wrong?
Offer to that energy.
So
So,
I just was throwing out words. I thought you was gonna catch it, but that was the wrong word.
me?
Yeah.
Talking about me?
Well, yeah, I was wrong, and I just was trying to anticipate what you was gonna say, but I was wrong.
About what? Never
Come
mind.
to earth.
Oh,
Never mind, because it was gonna be wrong
Yeah,
anyway.
that's okay.
Keep going. 1, 2, 3, clap.
Yeah.
Take 2.
Okay. So even though you may be promised children, if your character,
Okay.
some people blessing.
Blessings.
Right?
Children
If-
are blessings. They are.
We know the children are the future.
Wait, how come we don't know the words?
I know
We
the,
old
I know the
enough.
melody.
Okay, that's good.
I know the melody.
Okay, so children are blessings.
Right. So
Yes.
so suppose you asking for children, but there's a challenge with you having children.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a imbalance between your character
Mm-hmm.
and your spiritual. Your Ori is in conflict.
Okay.
So what happens is when we get the Ifa reading, we try to balance those two.
Yes.
We try to bring the goal is to bring those things in the spiritual world that you have as a part of your agreement
Mm-hmm.
into
balance.
manifestation, but with balance of one's character.
Yes.
So one can have all the blessings and all the ashe, but have bad character.
Absolutely.
And so it will stop them. So
Yes.
then we get back into those things about being argumentative, contention and strife, and those types of things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Argumentative,
Contention and strife.
Mhm.
Those things, right? Because they can stand in the way of your ashe, or even misusing your ashe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Mess up your lesson.
rest of your blessings. So, those type of things. So,
Girl, fly. Mm-hmm.
you know, just making sure your character and it'll stand in the way. It'll block your blessings.
Absolutely.
You was not asking stuff.
I was talking about that fly. I was working my nerve flying around in the studio.
Tete.
What's that?
It's the fly. Oh, but you don't talk about the fly.
What is it? What does it want?
This is this one about Aye. This is Obeyonu. I mean Ejiobe. Sorry, Ejiobe.
Mm-hmm.
I try to hide myself, but my crown would not allow me to hide myself. I tried to walk in alleyways, but my crown would not allow me to walk in alleyways. If cast for Aye. Mother Earth, coming from heaven to earth. She was advised to offer a blow so nothing would be placed on top of her.
Mm-hmm.
The same was declared for the rug, the mat, the stool, the oba, the crown, the plume, and the housefly.
Mm-hmm.
It was only the housefly who offered that bow.
Mm-hmm.
I wash both hands and both feet, and I dine with the oba. I wash both hands and both feet, and I do not die.
Okay.
So, you ever seen the fly wash his hands and
Yeah.
feet?
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
It's because it made that boat for long life. Nothing will be placed on top of the fly.
Yeah, you can't. Well, you know what? You're right.
Except for the fly swatter.
If man, I don't miss.
Yeah. I bet you don't.
I don't.
So-
You gotta hover over the top of them, and they fly up. They get okay.
So
It's true.
it's true.
Okay.
Banning. So something is placed on top of the ground. something is placed on top of the mat, right? The rug, the stool, the oba, the crown, the plume, which sits on top of the crown, or the parrot feather. You know how they see the parrot. And then the housefly. So it was the housefly that offered the both. So it says, right, people with this edgy ogbe, they're destined for greatness. Right?
Because nothing can be put on top.
Because nothing should be put on, but they put things on top of themselves, even like the crown and the plume. They put things on top of themselves, and so they diminish themselves in this way. It's edgy ogbe.
Edgy ogbe. See that? Hey, Zimmy, be free.
Why'd you love? That's a different one, edgy ogbe. But a lot of the verses from edgy ogbe talk about the greatness of the person and their destiny. How that's relevant, because we talk about Ori, we're talking about destiny, Ori Inu, Ori Aperi, and the conflict between those. So it's still relevant with Ogbeyanu because of contention and strife. Yeah. They travel together.
Contention and strife.
So if you fall for the contention and strife, then you may miss your blessing in the end. Just like when they went to pick their destiny.
That's true. So when you fall for the trick, of the enemy, when people are creating discord and contention and stuff like that, and you feed into them by responding in a way, you can potentially miss your blessing by being out of character, by allowing that to take you out of character.
Yes.
Can that do this? Okay.
Yes. So, anger, impatience, those things can make you make wrong decisions. Yes. They will lead to lies and cheating and different things like that. And so just being kind of like mindful of that, it's all based off of lack of knowledge.
Gotcha. We're doing good. So, okay.
So Akunleyan and Akunleba.
Okay, wait a minute. I got my cheat notes. Well, hold on a minute. You can't go too fast. Okay, Akunleyan
and Akunleba.
Yes.
So this describes the way that we pick our destiny. Okay. Right, those spiritual things, even those character things, even what sex we are, male or female, were you black or white. Yeah. Some of those things are encoded in this step, or embedded in the step, so that they're not changeable.
Okay, so these are aspects of Ori appearing,
or Inu as well.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, so being a woman, right? You think like a woman.
Okay.
Your character would be that of a woman.
Yes.
It would not be that of a man.
Yes.
It don't fit.
Okay.
You understand? So this is how your character can affect those things. So if you're born a woman, and so that's the thing that affects how you think, how you feel, and character. Then you talk about those things from the spirit world. So if you're supposed to be the mother of 3 children, right? You can't do that if you're a man. You have to be the father of 3 children.
Right. I've been accused of thinking like a man, though.
It's not possible.
It's impossible.
It's not. Because as close as you may get,
I can't stand before it.
Benny.
All right.
Because you're not.
I'm not one.
Right.
I'm not. No.
I mean, you've been in your. We all people have to understand.
Here we go.
About the masculine and the feminine. Women have testosterone in their body. Yes. We seen some yesterday. Yeah. So.
We did.
I didn't know what it looked like. I was told what it looked like. That's what that is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But that connects them with the divine masculine. But it tells them that, hey, you're supposed to be more feminine than masculine. Yeah. So with men, some men be in their purse. Right? They be in a divine feminine when they need to be in a divine masculine. It's like yin and yang. But they still have testosterone, predominantly testosterone with amounts of estrogen. So, as the men become stay-at-home moms or dads and stuff like that, their estrogen level will increase.
You think so?
Yes, because of nurturing.
Well, I know hormones have
Benny, so when I've done it, trying to do it again,
trying to be a stay-at-home dad.
I'm trying to tell you. So, but you become more nurturing.
I want to be out in the street, grandma. No, I can't do it.
No.
Okay, little Bubba, like, don't say that. You and me, but
Yeah, like no, you can say it.
I'm trying to go traveling and
I
stuff.
shall. I already know. We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna keep. I'll go
So,
auto. Oh, somebody was saying Lux Lady.
I shall. So, picking one's destiny, right?
Uh-huh.
So, okay, we was going out yesterday,
Okay.
and when we was discussing it, he said, "This is what we gonna do, Baba." I said, "Well,
Right?
I don't want to do that."
Right.
What you said? Well, you don't do it.
Yep.
We went out yesterday, and but that's pretty much how the conversation started. This is what we doing. Be ready.
Be ready.
Yeah. So
Right now.
I said, so we started negotiating,
Yes.
and so I said, okay,
That's what they did in Sinners.
Benny, that's
Okay.
what you do. That's what you did when you picked your destiny,
Negotiation.
right, with the universe.
Uh-huh.
So this is why it is so strong and so powerful, because all the energies agree before you even get here that this is what the thing is, and then it starts to solidify, right? It starts to move from heaven, the non-physical world, into the physical world. This is why this is why we trace. This is one of the reasons why we trace when we do the Godfather stuff like that to the mother. So if you think about it, right, it's really kind of dope.
Okay.
It's really kind of dope. You have held all the achievements, both physical and non-physical, of your children inside your body,
Yes.
and you gave it life.
Yes.
So the cars that they drive, the clothes that they wear, the food that they eat, the water they drink, the places that they live.
And the people they choose to be a part of their
You
lives.
manifested it all.
Dang gumming.
No,
what I gotta do now?
Powerful. So this is why, if I, some of the conversations that we've had in the past, you really have control and insight into it, but it depends on how you choose to use that energy.
Yes. Your nose running too?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think about it.
Yes.
I was shaving
You
it.
got a little fat in the cut cave.
No, it's a little cold. I don't know what's going on.
Got a little fat in the cave. No, it's not that. No, it's got a little cold. You want some No, you don't. I was just joking.
You're like, oh, I talk like this. You're like, yeah.
You sniffing every 5 minutes?
You're like this.
No. Okay, so it just depends on how you look at things that you actually have control. So in essence, what you're saying, my grandmother had these decisions, my children and all the things that they're doing, it was in her.
Yes.
Okay. Doesn't that go back to or relate to what people would say generational curses, generational blessings, or generational conditions?
Yes, because so some of those things, right? So we have to, when we're born into this world, we are born through a blood oath.
Yes.
And so it's actually kind of like rectifying or completing one part and giving birth to another.
Uh-huh.
And so the hardest thing to break, you can't break a blood oath. So people, you can't, your mother always gonna be your mother.
Yeah, even if you fall out with her.
Even if you fall out with her.
Yeah.
Even if both of y'all going to your great grandchildren here, she's still your mother.
Absolutely.
Do you understand? So these other oaths that we take are the same. When we offer a blood, it's a blood oath.
Yeah.
So but we're born into one egg bay. Your family.
Your family.
And as they honor you, and they quantify or they measure the covenant based on the birth.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is the thing that makes your mother your mother.
Oh, okay. I got it.
You understand? So the fact that you're born, right, you have to be born in order to complete that covenant. You can't not be born.
Yeah.
So like when there's miscarriage and things like that,
right,
that's not a blood oath.
Right.
Because there was nothing, there was no life birth.
Yeah.
Right? So so you're born into this family, right? The blood oath that you're born through signifies that it will teach you and train you and guide you spiritually
Mm-hmm.
until you're able to create your own egg bed,
Mm-hmm.
get married, and have your own family.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, along the way, right, some of the first groups that we moved through our school,
Mm-hmm.
kindergarten, first grade.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first time where we take the things that we've learned
Yeah.
from our bloodline,
Mhm.
that egg bed, our family,
Mm-hmm.
into society
Mhm.
outside the house, where we start to join other egg beds.
Mm-hmm.
So if your family taught you that it was okay to be an alcoholic, you'll take that to these other groups, and you'll find other groups that will accept that behavior.
Yeah.
If they teach you to be after money,
Mm-hmm.
right, then you will also do that
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there's things that will come along to break those type of traditions. We call them curses.
Mm-hmm.
So when
Yeah.
it's in a blessing, it's tradition,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's something that's good. Let's start our own traditions. But when it's negative, right, it's curse.
Kurt. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So even if you came from a family
Mm-hmm.
that was alcoholics and they're teaching you to do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is in your destiny, the
Mhm.
thing that you picked from over the mark, the thing that you agreed to by being born into this family, that these are the things that you would change,
Mhm.
among others.
Mm-hmm. That was
So-
deep on it.
So if you come from a family that is all about money,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna find your destiny with someone that's not like that. If you or come from a family that they have problems with relationships,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be your job to fix that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so this is what E5 is about, and
Okay.
those things are not the easy things to fix.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just let me burn a candle.
Mhm.
let me.
Don't do me.
I'm not. But what I'm saying is, there's no quick remedy for
Right.
that.
There's no quick remedy.
You know,
Yeah.
these remedies, because it took time to develop that tradition.
Mm-hmm. It's
It's
gonna
going to take time to
change it, or
Right.
rearrange it, or balance it.
right. So this is why we look at certain people
Mm-hmm.
and certain things, and we have these connections and these alignments, because they're the ones that need to help us to rid our families of that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why we do Itadogun,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because bring that right back.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
But why we do Itadogun, right? Because it protects the members of the family,
Uh-huh. Okay.
right? So we're able to offerable and get information for the whole Ile,
Mm-hmm.
both temples,
Mm-hmm.
right? We're able to get information that we can use here in Nigeria and in Africa, because I cast that.
Here in America,
And they honor it,
in Nigeria.
right?
Mm-hmm.
They participate in the Ebo. They follow the information and things
Mhm.
like that. So, but both Ile Idingbe and Iyadudu temples
Mm-hmm.
follow the Itadogun that we follow,
Mm-hmm.
and so it helps us to navigate. So we're in two different continents.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Intercontinental.
Intercontinental. So
That's
so-
very fly.
we're able to do that, and along with these yearly odus and things like that, these coverings that we have, we're able to kind of like day by day,
Mhm.
week by week, period by period,
Mm-hmm.
to begin to see some of the things that we need to change, and it kind of like eases us into it because we have longevity.
Ashe.
Aiku Balioro.
Kubaliero. I got that one.
Yeah,
The
baby.
quick on the first time too.
No, it wasn't the first time.
Oh.
Like the fifth time.
Kubaliero.
Oral is word.
Oral. Okay. Oral
Is word.
is word.
Word.
Like the word.
Like word. It's the thing.
It's the
It's the booger with the sugar. It's the peanut butter with the butter. The salt with the pepper.
it's the booger with the sugar.
Yeah.
They salty though.
I see. How did you know that?
I ate a booger or two in my life.
If it's PG-13, I guess that's appropriate material.
Yes, it is. Everybody's eating the booger. They think they have it, but they soggy, slitchy snot that go down the back of your throat. That's a soft booger.
I'm gonna make sure this is one of the reels. Everybody ate a booger.
Everybody ate a booger. In its soft form or it's dry.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so in the book, 4 agreements.
Okay. Ooh.
What?
I love that book.
It's a
but I'm
great
gonna tell you why. No,
Okay.
it's good, but it's not. But go
Well,
ahead.
I get it.
I'm gonna let you finish.
God the Almighty, no. What happened? It was a fly on you. Get it?
It was a net.
It was.
The net.
Oh, it was a spider. Get it?
I don't see it.
Mr. Nancy, Miss Nancy.
I seen something fly.
I thought it was a fly. She said it was a spider. We have an
You see it
animal.
still?
Kill it.
You see
Well,
it?
don't kill it.
You see
I'll
it?
catch it.
It's under
Under
that
this?
bookcase, yeah.
It's on
Oh yeah, we're not moving the bookcase.
It went up on the book. It's a big spider. She said it's a big one.
I told you the spiders follow me.
The spiders follow. She
That's
whispered.
Shango.
Yeah.
Shango energy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the Odu about Okara Meji.
Tell us about the
So
or
last week we was talking about stealing destiny.
Oh yeah, be sure.
And so it's Okara Meji that says it's not possible.
Right.
So it's about the spider and the cockroach and how they were king on earth and Orisha in heaven.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so it shows us that nobody can steal our destiny because the cockroach fly,
Yes, they do.
right? So it's in two places, right? It's on earth
and
in heaven,
Uh-huh.
right? So then the spider,
She ain't sat back down yet,
Yeah,
but the
she-
spider.
that's okay. I think she can reach the button from there.
Now the spider.
Walks on the ground like it was doing now,
Uh-huh.
and
Somewhere.
it was up on her.
Uh-huh.
So that's
Two
two
places.
places.
Uh-huh.
So it says that those things are connected.
I'm glad it wasn't a roach. Owner. Okay, keep going. It says
But anyway, it says that like Shango, he was at odds because he thought that people would be able to stop him,
uh-huh.
and they were not. You know, they were not able to stop him. He was actually Alado, the king that ruled twice.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but again, heaven and earth, and the spider and the cockroach are two of the animals or insects that are associated with Shango.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Oh, okay. See there? So now, the book, The Four Agreements.
Danny.
The Four Agreements talks about your domestication. Your domestication,
Mhm.
your experiences or your socialization that you have once you come into this world. But one of the things it did say is that you don't come here with a plan, and I don't believe that. I believe that you come encoded with a plan, a blueprint, factory setting.
Danny, but you true, but
Mhm.
it's based on how you attack the plan. Is based on the agreements that you make.
Ashe. Okay.
So I understand that, and I agree with that,
Mhm.
right? Because as children, right, we dealing with childhood trauma even as adults.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was telling you about me, right,
Mm-hmm.
and how I didn't in the past. I didn't fight for my other children.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
like
Right.
I
Yeah.
just let their moms do
Mm-hmm.
whatever they was gonna do, and thought I was doing the thing that was in the best interest of the child,
Mm-hmm.
but I did not.
Right.
So now I'm faced with it. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
let's strap up.
Because there are parents that are there and there,
Mhm.
and there are parents that are there but not there,
Then,
and then there are parents that are not there and not there, and there are parents that are not there but they're there.
right.
Right.
So for me, when did I develop that
Mm-hmm.
ideology of not fighting for the children?
Right.
Right. Think about my situation.
Mm.
Father
Right.
active in my life like that.
Yeah. So it's something that can't kind
So-
of carry.
Right. So that I learned that thing too because I seen this is the way that it affected me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't that I intentionally walked out on my children's lives, but when their mothers were obstinate or they cheated or they did these different things, right? Enough is enough,
Mm-hmm. You just went on about your business.
right? And so even though they tried to, there was challenges with children. I'm not gonna put it all on them. There was
Mhm.
challenges with the children, but some people don't feel like because the relationship is ended, then that means the father's relationship with the children ends as well, and that's
Mhm.
just not the way it is.
That's not the way it is.
So,
That's
understanding
not the way
that
it should be.
that's right. It's just not the way it is.
Mhm.
You know.
Mhm.
So today I'm in the same situation, but
Mhm.
I'm behaving differently because I have the recognition. It only took me half a century to get it right.
Right.
To figure it
But
out.
you broke the pattern.
Right, but I broke the pattern.
Yeah.
And so they can be so subtle
Mhm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's not like I'm not, you know, It's not about those. It's not about the women that I chose.
Mhm.
It is about the decisions that was made as far as the children that I was given.
Mhm.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
Right.
like wow.
Yeah.
You know. So when we ask for these things, right? We ask for children, we ask for spouse, we ask for these things, and we be given them.
Mhm.
We're giving them a kunlean and a kunleba.
Mhm.
But you're gonna take this lack of clarity
Mhm.
for the situation with you as well.
Mhm. Mhm.
So this is the trap on the slope.
Well, did you parlay it back? Did you come all the way back from the nether realms and then get back on the blade?
I thought that's what we was talking about the whole time.
Oh no, we was over there.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're talking about the 4 agreements.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about the 4 agreements and how we make these decisions as children. Where did I make the decision to be this way with my baby mamas, my wives?
I think they're patterns.
Right, exactly. Generational karma that came from somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah.
So again, those one of those things that I have to break because now I'm going to show in these situations this is what you do.
Absolutely.
And I have the children and the children that are coming that will be in alignment with that because once I learn it, it's embedded in my DNA.
Right.
Once I have that acknowledgement, that epiphany is in my DNA.
Absolutely.
So you ain't got to worry about that.
Not no
Plus,
more.
I'm put a little
Bound, chicken, wound, blang,
now,
blang.
you know, the elders talk about it. We talked about that. Their elders speak about them and speak about, you know, what they're doing and what their future is like. But I still have to take an active role in facilitating that.
Yeah, yeah. Brown Eye says, yep, got to break it.
So,
absolutely.
So the 4 agreements, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is why I said yes and no. Because I made those agreements early on before I can remember when I made those agreements.
Yes.
It could be anything. I'm just saying it could be anything. It could be sexual preference. It could be work type. It could be education level. It could be any of those things that we've made agreements on before early as a child. So what? Right. It's kind of like the point though. But what made us make those agreements? It's only destiny that we do that. We have to make some of those agreements early because this is when we're given the choice.
She's scared.
Yeah, she's like,
She's scared. Where that spider at? It's right there. You see it? Look and see it.
It's in the curtain.
It's in the curtain. Okay. Well, so I tend to call that the code or the data or the information that's been imprinted. And though yes, we agree to it, so to speak, or it's just a part of the pattern that is a part of this experience.
That is Akashic records.
Yep.
So even when we do the EFI reading, we look into the Akashic records because it'll tell us about the things in the past. It could be past lives and things like that. Before I forget, but so now as an adult, we have to look back into our Akashic records and see are we at the time now where we can fix that?
That's a question to ask.
So those 4 agreements, you know, that we made earlier in our childhood, in our adolescence, right? We have to revisit them now and say, okay, are those things? Is it because I was raised or groomed to have this? As women, y'all can be groomed. Men too. We groomed to have certain lifestyles.
Yeah.
We groomed to have. Oh, this is the standard. Oh, this is the standard of education. This is the standard of wealth. This is the height. This is the weight. This is the skin color. All these things we groomed as child. We made these agreements. Yeah. So now, does it fit for you? What fit for your parents? Does it fit for you in your life?
Not fit for me.
You know, you Ifa Console. You know, the same things for all of us. We have to revisit the agreements. Yeah. And decide if they are for us where we're going. And this is destiny. Right. Right. So Akunle and Akunle Ba. The agreements that we made with Olodumare in the universe.
Okay. Akun Leanne and Akun Leba.
Right. Or the thing we asked for. I want this. I want to be rich. I want to be what you're gonna be. It's gonna take you a lifetime to make it, but you was rich by the end of your life. That may be your
we've been a millionaire. We'd had $1 million over our lifetime.
I hope I have.
You have.
I'm trying to be a 2 millionaire.
Hey, a 2 million. A 2 millionaire. We know it.
Because I don't have $1 million 2 times in my life.
Absolutely, right? Maybe that's a bi-millionaire.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just make up words.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Akunlan is the desires to,
What we want to have
or the goals or things that you want to have
in life.
in life. Okay, so wealth and prosperity, long life.
Mm-hmm.
Da 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 da. Okay, got that. Da da da. Now, next one, Akunle Ba.
The
Is
thing that they give you. Okay, you want that? So I was saying, I said, oh, I don't want to be out all night with y'all.
rebel rousers.
Yeah, I'm like, man, yeah, like, y'all want to go to the bar and all that kind of
No, we ain't. No, we didn't, did we?
the fruit bar.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The veggie bar.
Yeah. That's what we're supposed to do. The veggie bar.
I don't know. But
Ice cream.
ice cream bar. No. We all can't go there. We all can't. Some of us just.
My guts ain't set up for that.
I'll eat your.
You can't like.
We'll get you tea.
Or something. We won't be friends no more. You be like, you gotta stay at home. No sis.
It's a gay day. Like, we gotta get you in by 5 o'clock. Oh,
Listen, I eat that ice cream. My stomach gonna go ga ga ga. When you hear that noise, that's an over.
Something wrong with the telly.
Somebody's transmission. So accumulate by the tools, the timing, the environment.
Yes.
Okay.
And so once it's all solidified, that's ayamo because you can't change it.
Ayamo. A-Y-A-N-M-O.
I think, yeah.
Ayamo. Ayan.
Yeah, the N is silent. Ayam. It's like, it just lets you know there's a syllable there. So you don't
Ayamo.
want it together. So you won't say ayamo. You say
Ayamo.
ayamo.
Say it again.
Ayamo.
Ayamo.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I said.
Ayamo.
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 Ayanmo. No.
That'll work.
Ayan with the N, so I say the N.
It's real flat.
Ayamo.
Uh-huh.
That's not flat.
That's flat. That's
Like-
flatter.
That's
in
flat.
my name, like in my name, it's flat.
Cayenne Sola.
Uh-huh.
I say cayenne. It's not how you say it. Cayenne
You
Sola.
can put honey on it. Put sweetness on it. That's what her name is. It's
What?
not cayenne. No, it's not. If I didn't put no chili piqué on there, even though I guess you could be spicy.
she can be spicy. She like, ooh. Okay, so Ayamo.
It's once the deal is sealed.
Okay, so it's that unchangeable thing.
Right. So when we go into the Grove
Yeah.
and we cash your E5,
Yeah.
that's when you find out what your ayamo was.
Oh. The thing that can be changed.
Right.
Part
Your
of
life
my
will be. Your life will be. Right. Your life will be cannot be changed.
Yeah. It's a good one, ain't it?
It's many.
Okay.
The 165 drums going to oil. When it started raining, it was only Shekere that could maintain.